Hey folks, it's Wednesday the 4th of June and Omaha and my immediate area experienced our first heavy storm of the season, and one of those rather extreme storms that have been going around. It rained like over 5 inches in parts of the area. My immediate neighborhood is okay, but just east of me flooded last night, and I haven't been anywhere, but I do intend to go and do a little bit of driving around and see. There was damage. Glad I'm okay. I hope everyone is okay, but sign of the times, more extreme weather patterns changing due to the cycle of the planet, most likely impacted by human behavior, everything from, everything that we've done, to say that our existence on this planet and what we do and what we've done has no effect on the environment is just irresponsible. To my opinion, it's really self-serving. It's like, well, we want to ignore that because we're too busy doing something else, namely making money. And so here we go, The first thing I want to talk about musically is a business thing. I am my own business. I am attempting to be a working artist musician and not go back and get a part-time job just to pay the bills. It's getting close though, so that's why I'm right now talking about my music. Some of you folks may be watching me for the first time or may not know about my music. And I've been doing it for a while now. I've been playing music all my life, but I started my record label thanks to some generous help from people in the vinyl community. And the first few records that I put out have all been sold out. If they ever get a reissue, it'll be a miracle. But currently this is what I have available for sale, and I'll put the link below to my blog spot where you can order. If you would please help me stay online, help me stay afloat. Sonospheres 2, ambient work, number 2. Number 1, I made in a limited edition of 100 copies. It sold out in a month. I have like 2 or 3 copies of this left. This one is not on the listed on the site because I only have a few. If you want one, message me at my leave me a message. My latest and best work so far that I've released. I have some better works than this already, but it's not released yet. Fly Over, my vinyl version of the soundtrack to that movie back there, Flyover Country, which is going to come out on DVD this year. This is my pride and joy. It's got a printed inner sleeve. It's on purple splatter vinyl. You get a free download of the music. I made 500 copies of this album, and I am upwards of about 280 copies that I've sold. If you like to buy music and you like buying records, this is one. You need this in your collection. I'm happy to say now that the band Sid Arthur, they have a copy of Flyover, and Sean Lennon has a copy of Flyover now. Another record that was released this year that I play bass on is Kleeman, Different, from Denmark. And even though I didn't release this album, it's on the Cowdog label out of Chicago. You can purchase it from me as well as buying it directly, buying it from CD Baby or whatever. But I'm selling this as well. I get a cut when you buy it from me. I also have the CD available for sale. I also still have my CD, Dereck number 2, Dereck 2 on CD. I still have these for sale. I have Flyover, my latest album. This is also, I have it on limited edition, CDR. There it is. And I have a single that I made several years ago, an internet collaboration with Dino Felipe. Dino is someone I've never met, and I can see by some of his posts online that he's an interesting, extreme character artist who I would be very interested in meeting and getting to know. It looks like he still dabbles in, I don't know if you would call it shock art, but stuff that I used to have an interest in, mainly to get to know myself, but I'm not interested in anymore. I'm not interested in shock value. I did record a piece of music during the storm last night. I turned off for a while because the storm was so intense. I turned off all my electricity in the house. Something I learned from my Indian American grandmother. My mom's mom is a full-blooded Indian. She's not black. If you saw the picture, you'd think she's black, but she's a dark-skinned Indian woman. And she partially raised me. I lived with her for a while, and she taught me a lot of things. And I forget which one is politically correct. I don't really care. I know that I have nothing but love for my people, Indian American, the natives of this country here. She taught me ways, She taught me a lot of ways about gardening, finding things in the forest to eat, being able to walk silently, even though you're walking on leaves and stuff. All kinds of things she shared with me. Neat woman. Indian Americans. Brave, proud, wonderful people who continually are getting fucked by this government. One of the reasons, I'll tell you this before I show a couple records I played. One of the reasons why social concerns stay on my mind is because I live in a red state. And when I listen to the radio, particularly the local AM station, which is KFAB, it's a huge station. They have a lot of wattage, so it's heard wide. But their general tone of the general tone of conversation from KFAB is redneck, biased, and they would never admit it because they don't see it. There's a redneck, almost racist. It's not quite, but it's just closed-minded. It's such a closed-minded perspective on the United States that it's downright racist. They still talk about Ronald Reagan like he was the best thing since sliced bread. Reagan was just good for business and good for rich people. He wasn't good for me, and they still try to talk about George Bush as though he was actually something to be proud of. And it's part of my, I'm a creature of habit, and so I don't have television at all anymore. But I've always listened to the radio first thing in the morning to catch the news. And that's the station I listen to out of habit. So it's just kind of part of what's going on in my mentality a lot, because I have to deal with living in a state where that sort of mindset is considered normal. It's highly insulting. It's ignorant, too. It's ignorant. UK, I started to play this last night. Classic album with all my favorite musicians. Bill Bruford, Alan Holdsworth, Eddie Jobson, John Wetton. He's okay. I have 2 copies of it because I was able to find a white label promo. I love having white label promos. Once again, interestingly, this points back to the days when radio belonged to the people. I first heard UK on the radio, and it freaked me out. I couldn't believe I was hearing this music on the radio. And I called the station, It took me a while to get through to the station. When I heard it, I said, "What are you playing?" It's like, it's so rare to hear beautiful music like that. I have this out because VC was showing picture discs online, and this is a picture disc by Raymond Pettibon, the principal artist for SST Records. He's also Greg Ginn's brother. And this is a neat picture disc featuring his artwork. To be honest, the record I don't care for. It's one of those kind of super sessions. So it has that scratchy kind of SST sort of sound that every now and then I can get into, but mostly not. This is still out from showing picture discs, Mastodon. Love this band, Mastodon. I'd love a whole lot more metal if I could afford it. Let me just put it like that. Fred Frith guitar solos. This man is a master of the guitar. Absolute master of the guitar. Absolute genius. And he's probably, I mean, he's got more money than me, but I bet you comparatively, he's broke. I'll bet you. Almost forgot about it, except for folks that really care about this and know this music. Catherine Wheel, Adam and Eve. Okay, these records are still sitting out. I've had a bunch of records out that I put away. You know, for a while I was trying to keep them out so I could show you in videos, but it's like, I can't guarantee I'm going to make a video, so I've been putting them away. The Shaman, 10-inch forward, I was playing this. I still like the Shaman. They sound dated, but I always liked the Shaman. Especially the early psychedelic stuff. When they started to get into the house stuff, I like the early house stuff like this, forward. Speaking of house music, club music, chicane. Something I got cheap for like $1 or something. Chicane Saltwater. And this is like, sounds like kind of like almost chill out music for the club. Not too bad. Temple Cloud, a Sarah Records compilation. This is fantastic. You know, it's interesting how sometimes people who don't know how to play can make some of the best music. Many bands that were on Sarah Records, as well as some of the best punk, are examples of that to me. The bands barely know how to play, but they've got a strong identity or a strong idea or something they've got to get out, and it works. My most recent cheap buy was Barry Adamson. This is a 12-inch I got for $5. I was down in the market, and I was jonesing. I wanted to buy some vinyl. I ain't gonna lie. I'm an addict, and this was cheap. I wanted to get something I would like. It's Barry Adamson, the bass player from Magazine, who has gone on to make this sort of film noir sort of music. What it means. I sent Barry Adamson an email years ago, just telling him that he was an inspiration as another black bass player. He responded. He appreciated that. We artists do appreciate, most of us do appreciate it when we hear it from people in a kind way. So I've talked over 10 minutes, and I want to try to keep the videos down so I can upload them pretty quick and watch them. If I haven't responded to your comments, don't take it personally. Some comments I feel like responding to, others I don't. And one of the reasons is because sometimes new people will ask me questions that I've been asked a million times and I've answered them a million times. And why should I do all the work? I know I have a lot of videos, but if you find me interesting, watch some of my older videos. You'll get some answers to your questions. Last thing I want to say is, and I won't be shy about it, if any of you folks that are watching don't have my music and can afford it and are interested, I need your sales. I need the sales to keep going. It's just the truth, I'll put the link below. Sending you much love. I could shout out to some people, but I can't think right now. I really appreciate all of you, even you folks that... I appreciate you folks that challenge me. I appreciate you folks that don't understand me. I appreciate you folks that don't like me, because people that are obstacles and enemies actually are sometimes our best teachers. And so I learn from people all the time. And basically what I'm learning to do is how to be a better person.